Alright, what is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with another live stream. It is Monday, December 3rd, 2018 already. Hopefully you guys had a good start to your week. Hopefully you did not wake up thinking, oh god, it's Monday. If so, it's time to get out of that rat race. If you're into just communicating and discussing a bunch of good ideas with a bunch of like-minded individuals, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button. We'd love to add you to our awesome community of like-minded individuals. We got over 450 of us, I think 452 or 3, something like that to be exact. It's just awesome to see this community growing, and while you're at it, even more so important than even subscribing, check out our Discord group chat. There's about 40 of us in there now. It's awesome just to communicate on a day-to-day basis with a bunch of like-minded individuals, especially when it comes to trading in the stock market, getting some motivation to get out of debt, all that good stuff. So we'd love to have you for sure. And not to mention, if we hit 500 subscribers before the end of the year, which is now the end of this month, I'm going to do a special stream and pick one individual from in the chat in that special stream to send 3 books: Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad, Crushing It by Gary Vaynerchuk, and Grant Cardone's Millionaire booklet. So we're almost there. We only got about 47 left, so just do the simple math. We'd have to gain roughly 2 to 3 subscribers a day on average. I have some days where we gain 4 or 5, just average 2 or 3 a day, and we would get there. So let's get there for sure. And like I said, more so even important than the subscriptions, let's get people in that Discord group chat. It's just awesome to communicate with a bunch of like-minded individuals. There's only about 40 of us in there. There's over 450 of us here. So that means there's only about 1/10 of you guys, a little under 1/10 of you guys in that chat. So definitely utilize that chat. It's awesome stuff for sure. But with that being said, obviously topic of this video is vertical spreads versus Iron Condors. And I'm not going to say that one is better than the other in all instances. As you can even see in the description box, I say in most cases. And I'm going to just talk about, from my just a little bit of experience with vertical spreads versus Iron Condors, why I like vertical spreads more. So you can see today, profit loss $24. Switched over to green after that horrible Iron Condor took quite a bit of my that $50 that I had, what, a month or 2 ago, maybe even more, around a month or 2 ago. Our net liquidity, meaning how much is actually in the account now, is about $240. So we gained roughly, we started out with 204, so we've gained roughly $36 total. Again, don't pay attention to this because this is wrong. This is the actual number for like the day. This 36, it really just don't even pay attention when it comes to your vertical spreads, even your Iron Condors as well. Just pay attention to like your profit loss on the day, and just like I always say, always know what your end profit is going to be, because like this one, for example, I held completely to expiration. The total profit was like $31.50, something like that, which means I'm collecting the full $31.50 in premium. And then obviously I had that $5 profit on Friday from that day trade I did. As you can see, I had a day trade, a rolling day trade going in the week. So I've made $36 in, what, roughly just under 36 after commissions and fees, of course, in just pretty much 2 days, Friday and today. So if we just do the simple math, and I'm going to get started on the vertical spread thing. So my account started at like 204 to be exact, so I made pretty much $36 in 2 days divided by 2, and I didn't even use the whole 204, by the way, but I'm just going to go ahead and say I did, or just for overall account percentage, how much have I made on my account in the last 2 days. I've done pretty much 18% in 2 days, so I've done over 8% a day. So obviously I'm not expecting that to keep up. Really good trade, really good implied volatility. Volatility is obviously still pretty high right now, so the premiums are a lot more juicier, of course, but not too bad. Obviously, I'll take 8 to 9% in a day, any day of the week. So obviously I had this vertical spread position. I'm going to show you guys pretty much what I'm looking at. I was looking at oil earlier. I saw oil bounced up pretty good today. That's not good for most people, obviously, but you guys know I check oil out a lot. So SPY is kind of what we're looking at for the most part. Let me make sure we're actually live, by the way. So we're live. We got one of you tuning in. Awesome, awesome. So obviously I had this vertical spread position. I need to go ahead and cancel this one out. I don't know why that's there. Okay, so what I'd be looking at now is, are we still live? I just saw my entire thing flashed. Okay. So what I'm going to be looking at now, because I'm going to have money available, I believe tomorrow, because the trades are going to be processing, and then with the margin account, I should have this available tomorrow. I only got about 40 right now, so I'm hoping all that will be released to me, $200 tomorrow. If it is, even if not, even if I have to wait till Wednesday, I'm going to be looking at Friday the 7th. Friday the 7th expiration, 5 days, 4 days, whatever case will be. It'll end up being 4 days tomorrow, or possibly 3. But so obviously I'm pretty bullish overall on SPY right now. However, I see that there's a lot of resistance right around 280. Every time, if we can get it pulled up here, every time lately this SPY has tried to reach 280, you can see 280, bam, got rejected. Actually, I want to go even further back. Let's just go to 180 day. So we had the big correction obviously lately, and the first time, bam, 280, 281 got rejected. Tried to push up again, 280, 281 got rejected, and obviously it got rejected a little lower. So now we're right around a pretty strong resistance of 280. Now I ultimately do think we're gonna like push through it, but I don't think it's really gonna happen this week. I mean, it could, don't get me wrong. I mean, we could end the week like 284 or something, but I don't necessarily see us hitting 285. So in this case, I'm gonna take a look over at the short call vertical spread, which is a little bit of a bearish position, of course. So what I'm going to do is take a look at what are the premiums. So you can even see the probability of it being in the money at 284 is less than 10% by Friday. So I like that odds, but look, no premium there. $2 profit off of a $100 essentially investment. You're talking 1 to 2% in 4 to 5 days. So I mean, that's only about 0.5% a day, less than 0.5% after commissions and fees. So, like you guys know, I like to stick around 10%, so I'm going to go ahead and look at how much, if I just keep going up $1, how much more I can make. So right here, we still have an 80% chance of profit. You're never going to get the exact amount, so $3, that's still not enough if you ask me. So again, just go up. This is the furthest up I will consider going though, because 17%, anything above 15 I really don't like to touch. But here we still got what, 74% chance of profit. Now we're at, again, you're never going to get that exact price, so $10 off of a $90 after commissions and fees, you're going to get $7.73. And I can tell you right now, I probably am going to look at the short put vertical spread, because this percentage, it's not horrible, but always look for the best deal and the best profit potential that you can get, right? So 773 divided by 92.27. So that's 8%. So I mean, that's not that bad. That's a little over 8%. So you're talking a little over 1% a day. That's definitely not bad. Again, it's one to at least consider. 74% chance to make about an 8% return on my money in less than a week. Definitely not something to just pass up on. So I mean, I'll at least consider it. I'll keep it in the back of my mind, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. Now I'm going to look at the short put vertical spread side. And why so far do I like the vertical spreads more than the Iron Condor? I mean, an Iron Condor is a vertical spread at the end of the day, but it's two vertical spreads. So you have your short put vertical spread side. Say I didn't think this was going under 278, but then say I didn't think it was going above 284, then of course I could go ahead and do the short call vertical spread, and then boom, there's your Iron Condor. However, these generally, one, you're stuck within this window, so if it goes, you have double the chance of losing your money, because if it goes below a certain price, you lose. If it goes above a certain price, you lose. It has to stay within this window. Where a vertical spread, you only have that one chance of losing your money. So you literally cut your chances statistically in half of losing your money, because like in this case, if it were to stay above 278, I'd make money, period. It doesn't matter how high it goes, I would make the money. Now obviously I would not even consider this position. You can even see less than 1% chance of making money. They wouldn't even, I mean, there's really no point even doing this trade. So by looking at the chart, don't mean to do that, just by looking at the overall chart, I don't think we're going to go really below let me zoom in a little bit. I don't think we're going to go below 274. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go ahead and check out 273. Give myself an extra dollar. Give myself a little bit of extra wiggle room. You can see this has, again, roughly right around a 90% chance of being in the money, which is obviously very important for your... What the hell is going on? Go, short put. Why is it not? Nothing's registering. It keeps showing zero profit. What the hell? Short put, vertical spread, go. Let me check something. So, Tasty Works, something's not quite right with Tasty Works right now because, like on this trade too, it's showing max loss $1, which, okay, let me go back, clear that all together. Short put, vertical, go. It's showing that all the asks, it did the same thing on the put side. Whenever I just did a long put, it shows that all of the asks are $1. It doesn't make sense. Short put. That's strange. And what position did I have again? I had the 269 and 270. Something's not making sense here. Let me go out real quick too. Let's just cancel. Let's just go out a few days and see if that changes anything. When's December 7th? Next Monday? No. Was I on December 7th or December 5th? Do this. Let's try this again. Okay. So there we go. I don't know if I was on the wrong day maybe or what, but it looks like it started to refresh some. Anyways, so we go down here, 275. So really there's not actually a lot of premium being offered on the short put vertical spread side as well. Even at 275, 82% chance of being in the money, which is decent. 77% chance of profit, but only $4. Again, you're never going to get that mid. Only $3 off of a $97 investment. So what I'm also going to do now is, again, compare it to the Iron Condor. So I'm going to place Iron Condor. So see, it's doing it again. Their stuff's glitching right now, at least with SPY. So I guess we'll go over to what's that one we were looking at yesterday that one of you guys shouted out. I didn't get to edit my watch list either. EWZ, that's the one. See if this one does it. Clear that out. 5 days. Short put vertical. So obviously a short put vertical spread is a more bullish position. You're pretty much saying I don't believe it's going to go under blah blah blah. So this, for example, 85% chance of profit, 82 and 87% chance of being in the money. Very good. Max profit, $4 off of a $46 investment. Again, I don't necessarily like that profit. Only 173 off of a 48.27. 4% profit in 5 days. Again, that's going to be under 1% a day. Doesn't quite cut it for me. So I'm going to clear. Now I'll look at the short call. It's just all about figuring out, finding the best deal, finding the best amount of profit. And that's why I even said in the description box, I'm not saying that vertical spreads by any means are better than the Iron Condor. There's just, in most cases, it's smarter to use the vertical spread versus the Iron Condor, just simply because, like I mentioned, with the Iron Condor, you have twice the probability of losing money. Why? Because if it goes below this price, you lose. If it goes above this price, you lose. Or the vertical spread, for this one, for example, I'm pretty much saying, hey, I don't think it's going above 41. As long as it stays below 41, I make money. If it goes above 41, I would lose the money. Where, again, the Iron Condor, you have double. And if I did the short put vertical spread, as long as it stayed above a certain price, I'd make money. If it would stay below, I would lose. So I mean, for that reason, for the simple reason alone of risk management, I like the vertical spreads. They have a slight edge for the most part over Iron Condors, but like I said, there are still instances where the Iron Condor would be smarter simply for the potential for profit. So you always want to at least just play around with the numbers. Again, it's all about finding the best deal. Finding the best deal, finding what's on sale, finding what, not on sale, but what will offer the most profit, the best potential for profit, where you can just continue to have, again, that quote-unquote passive income, if you wish to call it that. Cash flow, positive cash flow. How's it going there, Clint? Good evening. It's like this one on EWZ, for example. I kind of like this trade. Let me pull EWZ's chart up real quick. EWZ. So I kind of like the 41 price, or is it 41.50? I forget which price we did. 41. It's slightly high. I mean, I would come down to here, or yeah, pull this down, pull that down. But then again, the only issue would be we're talking a very slim profit margin. So again, it's all about just finding what will work best for a specific market. So like I said, I would rather pull this up 60%. Why is it so low? 68? 74. Okay, so see, this trade isn't quite as bad. Oh, never mind. Commissions eat it up. I forget, with the vertical spread, you pay less in commissions too. So, yeah. So that one, nah, not really worth looking at. Let's hop on over at Apple. So again, it's just all about finding. That's why you need to study up a bunch of stocks. Don't just look at SPY only. Don't look at just EWZ only. Don't look just at Apple only. Don't look at just XOP. Just pay attention to all sorts of stocks, all types of ETFs, and pay attention to their implied volatility. Pay attention, do the technical analysis, so you can have a good idea. Again, wow, Apple shot way up today. So you can, again, have a good idea on how you can make the best profit. So apparently we had something in here from way back. So I'm going, which one do I got? 5-day. Let's look at, I'm going to go ahead, let me pull Apple up. I haven't looked at Apple in a couple days. Apple, okay, it looks like it might be starting to try to finally break that 180 resistance. If it can hold tomorrow, that'd be awesome, because then I would start to be a little bullish on Apple again. But we'll look at the short put and short call. So I do not think it's going below 175 this week, at least. So let's do a short put vertical spread. Boom. So we will do, let's start out with this and see what it does. 177.50, 74% chance. No, not enough profit there. Short call, go. So, or do I not think it's going to hit? I don't think it's going above 190 for sure. So 190. Okay, 84% chance. Again, you're probably not going to get quite that. So again, let's break it down, do the math. 2173. We'll just say 22 divided by 229. Let's just round up. So 9.6%. So this trade isn't actually quite as bad as all the other ones we're looking at. So see, again, it's just about digging and digging and digging until you find something that's a good deal. You like the profit. You like the profit potential. 84% is huge. That's awesome potential for profit. Anything above 80 is pretty much automatic, in my opinion, especially if it offers damn near a 10% return in what's going to be 4 days. Obviously, the profit will go down slightly because of the theta by the time tomorrow comes. You're probably looking at around 8% at that point, roughly, somewhere around there, maybe higher, maybe slightly lower, give or take 0.5%. But either way, 7.5 to 9% profit in what's going to be 4 days. Let's just say 9% profit, or here, let's even lowball. Let's say 8.5% profit divided by 4 days. You're talking over 2% profit a day. 2.13 essentially, round up, percent profit per day. 84% chance to make over 2% a day. Not bad in my opinion. So again, this actually, I might actually submit this trade. Well, obviously I can't right now, and the money for the trade has to like go through overnight or whatever. But this is a trade I'm definitely going to keep on my radar. So just to make sure I get an alert in the morning to remind me, I'm going to set an alert really close to where it's actually at on each side. Below, I'll just say 45. And then I'll create one when it's at or above. And I'll just say 83.20. So pretty much I'm going to be notified first thing in the morning. That way it'll, in case if I forget, that's another reason why you guys should utilize the alerts, because sometimes we just simply forget about, especially when we're busy at work. I'm like super busy by the time the bell rings at 8:30. I've already done 2 or 3 of my stops usually by then. Just give yourself a good little reminder to revisit a stock whenever you're looking at trading it, no matter if it's for options or to buy or sell. Definitely utilize those alerts. So it looks like Apple's dropping slightly after hours. It's probably going to retest around 180 to 181. You can see it bounce beautifully about 2 or 3 different times today off of right around 181. So if it can hold, I believe, I wouldn't be surprised. Let's be real. After the past few days, I mean, I think we're on a 6-7 day win streak on just the market in general. I know on the S&P 500 it's about a week in a row. I would not be surprised at all, honestly, if tomorrow is a slight pullback day. I'm not saying like down 1%, 2% or anything, but I wouldn't be surprised if overall the market gives back about 0.5% or something of what it's been doing. So, but if Apple can hold 181 or above, bullish as hell on it. So again, and that would be awesome for me if it pulls back some as the vertical spread seller, as the credit collector, because these premiums are going to go up slightly if Apple drops, if I'm thinking right. Yeah, the premiums will go up as Apple gets closer to further away from the 190. I meant call. That's why I was confusing myself. As the call seller, like the premium collector, these premiums are going to go up slightly for me. Or, right? I feel like I'm thinking about that backwards. Either way, it'll be a good 8 to 9%, maybe even slightly higher profit. That's right. Okay, Clint knows what I'm talking about. Awesome. Yeah, sometimes it can like just get confused and you get thinking about 20 different things with the vertical spreads, Iron Condors. You can definitely trip yourself up from time to time. But yeah, that might actually end up paying more than 8 to 9% profit by tomorrow morning. We will see. I love that the IV rank is still pretty high too. Make sure our stream's still doing alright. It's telling me we got low video output. Like I always say, sometimes YouTube is wrong on this. So definitely feel free to let me know if there's like any issues or anything within the stream. And if you guys have any questions, like I always say, feel free to shoot them out there in the comments. Or if you have any ticker symbols you want me to take a look at, feel free to always shout it out there in the chat. And like I said, for anyone tuning in for the first time, we'd love to have you here. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. We'd love to add you to this awesome community of like-minded individuals. So let's also take a look. Let's see. Just seen that. About seeking a short put spread. Let's try the long end. Yeah, that's another way to think about doing it. Like, I'm assuming you're talking like the same expiration date, but maybe doing it like a day later or something. That makes sense, and that actually ran through my head earlier whenever I was thinking about SPY, how I had that short put per position that obviously worked out beautifully for me. Easiest 17-18% that I've ever made on my money. But yeah, I was thinking about that as well. But at that point, you're having to put up a little bit more capital, which by all means I'll be able to start doing so here starting this month, thankfully, finally here. Gonna invest roughly $1,000, maybe more, maybe slightly less, but right around $1,000 into the account this month. And I'm gonna invest probably somewhere around 200 or more this week alone. So starting these coming weeks, like I said, it's really gonna start getting fun. We're really gonna start seeing these percentages really start. Like I said, I'm literally walking you guys through just week by week by week to show you guys, if you just stay focused on the percentages, don't stay focused. I mean, most people see this like, oh man, you made 24 bucks. That ain't even worth talking about. But I mean, hell, even $24 in a day. I mean, there's usually roughly like 21 business days. You're telling me you couldn't use extra $500 a month? Now, obviously, I'm not making that every single day right now. Could, but I'm not. Or hell, even let's say, because I made what? 31, I made 36 in 2 days, so multiply that times 11. You're telling me I divided 36 times 11 days. You're telling me you can use extra $300 to $400 a month, and that's just off of a $200 account. Now, again, like I said, I'm just stressing to you guys, don't focus on the dollar amount. I'm going to show you guys literally over time as I continue to invest money into this account starting this month. You'll watch how the profit loss, profit per day, profit per week, profit per month will just continue to go up, continue to go up. Go look at the compounding. I'm trying to find a compounding interest calculator. We had one on here. Clint showed us one where if you took a certain amount and compounded it at 5% a week, but I couldn't find in that calculator where if you continue to invest a certain amount every week, every month, how big it'll be. I'm trying to find a calculator where you can show your initial investment, show how much you're going to invest per week, per month, whatever, and compound it by 52 weeks a year. Because I'm really interested to see just how, I mean, I've done the math, but it's just, it takes so long to explain. But you guys are going to see. Like I said, anyone that's new, definitely subscribe, because you're going to want to just see how you can take a small account, started at $204, in 2 days is up to $240, and just watch it continue to grow as you put more money in. Obviously, the more money you put in, the more profit you're going to get. But I think where people always get caught up and why 96% or something percent of traders lose is because they get so focused on the profit loss per day. The profit loss per day versus the percent per day. Like I said, most people are probably thinking, oh man, $24, that ain't nothing. But it's 8%. I've done over 8% in the last 2 days. Like I said, I'm not expecting that at all. I mean, I'm literally considering a trade that's only going to make about 2% a day. But literally, if you do 2% a day, 1% a day even, your account eventually is just going to, as long as you keep putting money into it every single month consistently, you will watch your account turn into a very, very, very good asset and a very good source of income for you. So yeah, this is the link right here that I was just talking about that Clint showed us for our compounding interest. But like I said, I mean, there's just so many ways with these advanced option strategies. And I mean, vertical spreads and whatnot aren't even really super advanced, but they're seen as an advanced option strategy. So, I mean, you can see there's so many different kinds. We were talking a little bit about calendars last night. I'm going to probably look into them. I'm not planning on trading them. I'm planning on just keeping with the vertical spreads, Iron Condors, and then eventually, once I can start focusing on this 24/7 again, we'll probably get into the short-term puts and calls, those quick trades that you get in and out of usually within minutes. Had one on Friday. I was early in for like 15 minutes and made $5. So, I mean, doesn't seem like much, but there's 60 minutes in an hour. Made $5 in 15 minutes. 5 times 4, $20 in an hour. It's not too bad. More than what a lot of people make it a job. So, I like to look at it from that standpoint. Believe I'll let you punch in additional. See, I know I was messing around with it last night, Clint, and it would, but something just didn't look right on the numbers. That's why I was saying I'm trying. I mean, I'm gonna keep looking around at different calendars, different like calculator websites, because I mean that one's definitely good, but I just feel like something was off about their numbers. Because like when I was literally hand doing it by myself, I mean they were far off. Obviously I could have been entering something wrong or something, but I mean they were way far off. I was like, okay, it's not a huge deal though. Anyone that'll stick with the channel and just watch over time and do it themselves, literally, if you do trades like this right here, 84, like we just mentioned, 84% chance to make pretty much 9% on your money in less than a week. If you do trades like that over and over and over and just go find them, I mean, they're out there. You guys sat here and watched. I mean, I know it was probably boring for a few minutes to watch me kind of just get stuck finding trades that just weren't even worth the time to look at, but I just kept looking. I went through what? SPY, EWZ, and then we hopped over to Apple. It took 3 different stocks, but we finally found one with a very good % chance of profit and with a very decent, to say the least, decent return on investment. So if you just, again, continue to just dive in, dig in, don't settle, find something that meets your criteria. This meets my criteria by far. 84, anything above 70, 75% I love. Anything above 80 is like 80% chance to make 9, 10% on my money. Give me that all day of the week. No, it doesn't do it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and Clint's also, I believe, yeah, Clint's also in the Discord group chat. So like I said, if you're not in the Discord group chat already, what the hell are you waiting on? It's down in the description box. It's the easiest way to get information out of me, out of everybody else that's in, that's associated like with the channel overall, and it's just awesome to communicate with a bunch of like-minded individuals. I'll speak for myself. I don't know about anybody else in the group, but whenever you're communicating with a bunch of like-minded individuals on a daily basis, hourly basis in some cases, it keeps you focused. It keeps you, like, sometimes I'll wake up and I'm just not in the mood, or after work I'm not in the mood to hop on here and do a stream or something, but then I'm in the group chat and then I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on, do a good little stream for everybody. So I mean, from my perspective at least, it's awesome to just have a group of people there to kind of light a fire under you at times and hold everybody accountable too. Dogs growling at the workers outside. Shh, stop. He's a coward. He's hiding under the couch. But yeah, like I was saying, whole point of this video, somebody was hopping in after hours. Whole point of this video wasn't like to necessarily say that Iron Condors are bad, or vertical spreads are bad, or vertical spreads are better. Like I said, I just feel personally that in most cases, the vertical spreads will pay more. I mean, let's take a look at the Iron Condor just to kind of put the theory to test. Iron Condor, again, based on my criteria, it at least, look, 53%, not even worth even looking at. So 59, we're getting there. 68, we're getting there. How much more should we go? Probably go a little bit more. No, we're at 11. So, I mean, around 10%, around 80, 90, around 90%. I don't know why this is on 68, but look. Is our profit slightly more? Yeah, but look, we gave up 16% chance of profit. Like I mentioned, you have more risk whenever you're doing an Iron Condor, because you'll lose if it goes too much to the upside. You'll lose if it goes too much to the downside. So, I mean, you literally have to pull this all the way up here. We just now have a 74% chance of profit. We still have a 10% less chance of profit than that other trade. And now we've given up so much premium that, in my opinion, it's just not worth it. So, I mean, just that example alone. Like I said, there are examples, there are cases where doing an Iron Condor is better. And like Clint mentioned, where you start out with like a short put or a short call, and then if or when it starts going the way you think, then turn around and do a short call, pretty much the inverse of what you already have, and then you can profit from both sides essentially. But you just have to kind of find your way. I'm not gonna suggest anybody like do what me and Clint had just kind of like what I just mentioned, like what Clint was talking about. Just start out with something simple. Start out with a short put vertical spread. Start out with a short call vertical spread. Then if you want, hop into an Iron Condor, and then just kind of play around with it, and you'll start kind of seeing what we're talking about, and then you can decide ultimately what works best for you. Because if it doesn't work for you, if it doesn't make sense to you, you shouldn't be trading it. I'm just, again, giving my point of view, and I mean, this trade alone goes to just pretty much show kind of what I was just talking about. Or I didn't mean to do a short call. I mean, I guess you could do a short call. Let's see what the short call offers. So 190, 83% chance of profit. You're going to get 24 probably. This trade, it's about the same, isn't it? Let's do the math. 22. I think it's actually like the same amount of profit. Oh, messed that one up. 22 divided by 229. So yeah, it's like the same exact trade essentially. You have 1% less chance of profit. So I would personally go with the short put side. I don't want to bet against Apple not being able to go up. I mean, it just went up $6 a day. What would happen if it went up $5-6 again at some point by the end of the week? Then you're screwed. I'd bet more on the short put vertical spread side that we were mentioning. Which one did we do? 177.50, or did we go to 175? I forget which one we went to. Yeah. No. The hell did we do? I don't remember which one we did now. It might have been the short call, actually. I don't remember. I'll figure it out. But, yeah. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the stream. If we don't have any more questions, we got 4 of you tuning in. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream. I don't want to end it if you guys have just now started tuning in. We got 5 of you now tuning in. So I won't quite end the stream quite yet. But like I said, we were just talking about vertical spreads versus Iron Condors, which are better. Like I said, there's not necessarily a one-size-fits-all. None is better than the other. You just have to kind of just do, again, it's all about trial and error. Just sitting there playing around with the numbers and figuring out what offers the best chance of profit, the best profit. This one here, 83% chance to make roughly 9 to 10% on your money in 5 days. But if you go over, like we were just mentioning, to the Iron Condor side, you'd have to literally go down super far to get the same potential for profit, and then you're going to give up so much profit that it's not even worth it. See, we're still 10% below that short call vertical spread we were just looking at, and I mean, you're down to the point now where the trade's not even really worth doing at that point. So hopefully that did make sense. I apologize for anyone that's just now tuning into the stream. There was a lot of information that we kind of went over in this video, so I definitely suggest you guys like going back. But overall, my first trade doing a vertical spread, it went very well. Collected the full premium. It's going to end up being around $31 to $32 of profit, which was 18% profit in 2 days. I placed this trade on Friday. It expired on Monday. It offered pretty much 8.5 to 9, somewhere in there, % per day average. So that trade worked out awesome. I definitely like the short put and short call. I just like vertical spreads in general. And like I said, you guys should definitely consider just even doing the paper trading. I'm not saying start out risking your money. Start out paper trading. Do a few vertical spreads. See how they work out for you. If you don't even know what a vertical spread is, I have videos on that. Definitely check it out. I have a stock market lessons playlist. I believe I've added them to that playlist. So definitely go to my channel and just check out that playlist if you don't know like what vertical spreads are, what Iron Condors are. Definitely just check those videos out. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. We'd love to add you to our awesome community of like-minded individuals. Like I said, if we can get to 500 subscribers before the end of the year, I will personally send someone. I'm going to do a free stream. I'm going to do a live stream, special live stream, and pick somebody out of that chat for that specific video and send somebody Grant Cardone's Millionaire Booklet, Gary Vaynerchuk's Crushing It, and Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So we love to have you here, and even more so important, like I said, than subscribing, join our awesome group chat. It's totally free. I don't charge for anything like on this channel. That's down in the description box. But with all that being said, like I said, hopefully you guys have started the week out green. Hopefully you guys are having a good start to your December. Don't be thinking with that mindset of, oh God, it's Monday. If so, get out of the rat race. Join our awesome community. We'd love to have you here. But until next time, guys, keep on going out there making those profits, covering your profits, and achieving some financial freedom this year. and I will see you guys, if not tomorrow, probably sometime in the next couple days. But until then, take it easy, guys.